To start off and practice finding hard to find spots, we start our search for the various stone circles in southern England and Wales, as only some of these are clearly indicated, and we put the coordinates provided by the internet to the test, showing us just how much we can rely on modern technology as opposed to the good old map. We start off near Oxford and visit the Rollright Rocks and Avebury Stone Circle. And this is the King's Stone Circle. It's not actually a burial ground, it's a ceremonial ground. The stone circles are monuments from the Neolithic time and served as either congregational, prayer or burial grounds. And this here are the Whispering Knights, a burial site dating back to the Neolithic period, roughly 3,400 years BC. And this here is the King's Stone. Next up was the ride down to the south coast near Weymouth to visit the 9 stones, which were easy to find as they were by the roadside. But then heading to Exeter, finding the stone circles got a bit harder.
Some of the roads are just tiny. I mean, without GPS, if you don't know the area and if you haven't got a really good map, you're lost. Go that way, or that way. And luckily for those who really don't want to take their chances, there's road signs.
This is the Scorehill Stone Circle, which I know of from a year at Exeter University, so due to previous visits, easy to find. But having a tight schedule with so many things to see means I'm falling behind time-wise. And the other reason for a bit of a delay is that to get to some of these stone circles you really have to go on roads like this. Tell you what, some of these stone circles are not easy to get to. GPS would never lie to me. Almost there. Unfortunately, I can't find it. But I do find what looks like an ancient burial site, so better than nothing. The next stone circles are down in Cornwall, and I'm really hoping that the coordinates are more correct this time. The GPS coordinates of the internet continue to send me only roughly to the location of the next stone circle, but still way off target, so it seems there still is nothing as good as getting a definitive map. One could also use the various coordinates different websites provide for one location, but whom do you trust sitting at home planning a trip? Does one really have to set off with 10 different coordinates to find one place? How long will that search then take if one uses loads of incorrect information? I look for the second stone circle in the area. But again, I'm disappointed, and all I see is cows. But this is where local knowledge proved to be helpful. Arriving at the Tredegal East Stone Circle, I realize how local knowledge can be more accurate and reliable when the person is actually on their way there too, as people often give incorrect or half-correct information, which I was to find out later on this trip. So anyway, with the help of a local farmer, I finally found them. Now it is time to head to Wales to see the last of the stone circles of this tour. I'm not sure if I can trust the coordinates of the internet, which makes me wonder why people do it in the first place if they can't do it properly. Some things should best be left to those who can be held accountable for their actions. My worries are temporarily cast aside when I enjoy the magnificent Welsh countryside. When I got to Llandrillo, which was close to the next stone circle, I asked for directions and was told I can ride up to it easily and then it's just a short walk, but reality hit me hard in the face. The road was very steep and slippery due to gravel, and the walk longer than expected, and of course the coordinates way off target as usual. For a moment I was worried that all I was going to see up here are sheep circles. Remembering the steep, slippery, loose gravel road I just came up on, I knew the ride down would not be easy. Trying to turn the motorcycle around on a very steep and slippery track, I of course dropped it, first on the one side and then on the other. And for some reason I've also lost drive, so I slowly rolled it downhill, all too ugly to film. Right, let's assess the damage after this crash. Anyway, where do we start? The for off-roading useless, fragile, sticking out way too far lighthouse indicators broke as usual, as did the fragile, soft handguards, which did nothing to protect the brake lever. Well, this screen is broken, but nothing that super glue can't fix. A bit of bending here, or super glue can fix. I got this part. There was also some pinking after oil mixed with the petrol, but still almost no drive. The breakdown services arrive and confirm to me that the clutch is gone. I would later hear different reasons for this happening so early after less than 20,000 miles on the clock. Some mechanics saying it may have been due to rider error, using the clutch incorrectly, or that clutches can even fail without the influence of incorrect riding. And one mechanic even told me he has to change clutches on the SV650, which uses the same motor as my V-Strom, every 20,000 miles. Not too much of a problem, as at only 50 pounds, changing a clutch every third service is barely noticeable, and it can be done as part of the regular maintenance. So we tested the motorcycle, found out that internet coordinates are unreliable, so let's see how we get on in Bosnia-Herzegovina and whether GPS navigation can really do without maps. I was still quite upset though, because my motorcycle broke down and I ran out of time, and so I could not make it to the stone circle near Porthmadog. But maybe that is a target destination for another journey.